Hello crafters, I'm Jan B and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today I'm going to show you how I made these little pouches. These are my February thank you gifts for my customers who shopped online with me, and inside each of these is a sachet of Cadbury's drinking chocolate. Some of them I've used pink glimmer paper on, which is retired now, but the rest I've been using the white. So that's what I'm going to be using for the one for the video. To open these up, the only seal that I have is tying the ribbon around it, but it can be opened by just treating it as a belly band. So slide it down, lift the flap and take out the drinking chocolate, and then to close it, just hold the flap down and it should just slide over. There we go. Okay, so it's a reusable pouch. So what you're going to need, the only piece of paper is a sheet of Designer Series paper which measures 5 inches by 8 1/4 inches, which is 12.6 by 20.9 centimetres, and you will also need a scrap for your initial. So the first thing that we need to do is to score this. So I'll get my scoreboard and my score tool. So if we start this off on the short side up here, we're going to score at 2 1/4 inches and 4 1/2 inches, which is 5.7 centimetres and 11.4 centimetres. So that's 2 1/4 inches to start with and 4 1/2 inches. Now you need to press hard enough so that you get score lines, but don't press too hard that you go straight through the paper, because it is paper. Right, turn it onto the long side, and now you're going to be scoring at 2 inches and 7 3/4 inches, which is 5.1 centimetres by 19.7 centimetres. Okay, so that's 2 inches and 7 3/4 inches. So that's all the scoring that needs to be done. And then we need to do some cutting. And I'm not quite sure which is the easiest way for you to see this. But there is one side that is the wide part of the scoring. There's a score line there, and that is the last one on that side. And then on this side it's got the little 1/2 inch strip down here. So if you keep the 1/2 inch strip towards you, what you need to do is cut up that line up as far as the second score line. Okay, so up here, that's past the first score line, and then up to the next one. And then cut that off. Okay, so you've got a score line there. Okay, so that's the bit you're cutting off. And you're going to do the same down this end. Again, keep the 1/2 inch scored bit towards you, and then cut along this line, past the first score line, up to the second one, and then come down this score line to meet up. Sometimes it is a bit tricky to see. Okay, so you don't need that. So I'm going to fold on my score lines. I want the dark on the outside, and I'm not using my bone folder because it's Designer Series paper. Fingers are quite enough, and that needs to be folded, and so does that. Now I'm going to round the corners, so to do that I need to close this up and I'm using our retired Project Life corner rounder. So I'm doing the 2 corners on the large flap, so that's that one, and I didn't do that very well. Okay, so that's my phone. I'll do what I do, let's ignore it. So just trim that off because I didn't cut that very well, don't know why. And then for the other end I'm going to cut, do the corners on there as well, like that and like that. Okay, so don't need those bits. Now I'm just going to put these pieces together, and I am using red sticky strip. You could use fast fuse, you could use Tombow. Now let's see, that's going to be sticking on the inside, so I want tape on the outside. You could use the tear and tape as well. It's just that I really do like the red sticky strip. And that bit there, it's going to be stuck on the outside, so I want my adhesive on the inside. That doesn't always work out like that, what I've just said. That's going on the inside, therefore tape on the outside. That one's going on the outside, therefore tape on the inside. Because there must be occasions where you do put 2 outsides together, I think. I'm going to watch it anyway, because if it is as simple as that for everything, how lovely, what an easy way to remember it. Anyway, with the taking the red sticky strip off, when it wants to come off, what I do, because as you know it's very static, I just pop it into some glass because it clings to glass. No, that's not my drinking glass, that's a glass I keep my Tombow in, upside down. Right, now to adhere this down, I'm just going to hold that down with my paper piercer, and I'm going to keep this end up so it doesn't touch here. I'm just going to get this bit to adhere down first, and then I'll let the rest go. Okay. And there you go, beautiful. Now I'm going to take this one off. Again, pop that into the glass. And then pop my chocolate in there. And my ribbon, I'm using the Fresh Fig finely woven ribbon, and I take approximately 16 inches with my ribbon scissors. Here we go. And the length of the grid paper is 16 inches, so that's quite convenient. Now to tie this around, if you're right-handed, just reverse it if you're left-handed, but you need the longer part of the ribbon on your right-hand side. Right, and make sure it just stays flat. I'm doing that wrong, aren't I? It's got to go the other way round. That's better. Okay, so that's flat, and I'm just going to fold that so it comes up and round. The thing is, because this is the width it is, as you get that fold like that, as you tie the 2 bits together, one part is obviously going to go more narrow, so there's no way it's going to stay flat when it's being scrunched up. There we go. So, not a bad bow. Just move it into the centre a little bit. Right, and trim off the edges, or the ends rather. Okay, now I need to do the initial, and I think I'm doing D for this one. So I'll just get my big shot over here. Anybody who shops in my online shop, at the end of the month, or at least they get their happy mail, the beginning of the next month, normally about the 7th of the month. But not only do they get a handmade gift from me, they also get one of my handmade thank you cards with an envelope, an unused thank you card, and if they've used the hostess code, they get a hostess gift as well, which is why I call it happy mail, because it does make my customers happy, and my customers make me happy, so it's win-win all the way round. Right, now the dies that I'm using are our large letter dies. Let's take the D and my Dazzling Diamonds Glimmer Paper. Now it only needs to go through the once. There we go. So there's the D. Let's pop that back. I'm going to move this out the way so I don't want to crush what I've just made. There we go. Now to adhere this on, I'm going to be using Tombow. Again, you could use tear and tape or fast fuse. Did you know that Stampin' Up won't be stocking fast fuse in the new annual catalogue, which is due out on the 1st of June. At the moment it really is very much while stocks last. So if you like using fast fuse, do get it ordered ASAP. There we go. So there's my thank you gifts for my February online customers. That's not just, I got more customers than that, but they're just the ones that I brought in to show you. I've still got a few more to get made. I've got a pile of them over there already done. But obviously it's a reasonably quick project to do because I do have a fair number of customers. But doing this is always my pleasure. So many thanks for joining me today. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments box below the video. If you'd like to purchase any of the products that I featured here, but not the pink glimmer paper, there'll be a link to my 24/7 online Stampin' Up shop in the box below. I will put the measurements and the product codes and the score lines and everything in the box below. If you've enjoyed my video and you'd like to be notified each time I upload a new one, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button, and I believe you also have to say that you want notifications as well now, so don't forget to click that bit. And if you'd like to see new ideas of different cards, inspiration, things like that, please pop over to my blog. I do a daily blog and normally post a new card on there every day, and that's at www.jambicards.com. And don't forget, if you'd like to receive happy mail from me, please shop in my online store. The link will be in the box below. Many thanks for joining me today. Until next time, happy crafting. Cheerio.